Coach, it's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news. At Paul Brown Stadium, that's where we're at here in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cincinnati Bengals. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? Mike 57, Mike 57. In your face.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Where's 52? Watch the Bravo. 52's the mic. Ain't no such thing as the mic.
Here's Locke. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Hey, Zoo.
On first down, it's Locke. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards there, first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
.52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
Ready, ready.
They'll try the air now with Locke. Dancing to his left. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks.
60 yards.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Come off the ball. Come on. Big ass, big ass.
80 weapon. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Hit it.
From the red zone now, Locke. That one into the hands of Hamilton. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Pilot, 64, weak.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
No.
They hand off to their big tight end. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Ready.
Trying to finish off this opening drive. From the 3, this is 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, Locke. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
368. Blue draw Porter.
Here's Mixon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Let's think here. You're still just in the 2nd quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show me up.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Touchdown. Drew Sample. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Geno Atkins coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Luck now to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Ross on the return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now Joe Mixon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
Hey, wahoo!
Luck on 1st down. Campbell making the catch. And down inside the 15 he goes. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
90 Wolf.
Now a draw play for Gurley. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I got you, son. I got you, son. Kill.
Recon, 132 fighter. Lee Griffin.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Todd Gurley. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are going to jump back in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, 50, Mike 50.
Hey, high 7.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald with a sack.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A good positive play there, 9 yards, but still 3rd and long. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. The final act of the first half. Dalton looking for Green, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
26-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. 1st and 10 for Dalton. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
At the 36-yard line.
Set, ready? 18 Gator, X3, 218, chopper, buzz. Hey, check 24, watch 24.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
I'll get him. Ready?
After the interception, it's Locke. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's entered. William Jackson with a pick.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. This is Mixon.
You ain't doing nothing today.
18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go. Ice.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Dalton, rush coming, and he's taken down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is
and the pressure gets to him again. Aaron Donald able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. He's at the 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown.
Todd Gurley, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. 1 play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Shifts by him. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Dalton here from the gun. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Aaron Donald able to record his 5th sack of the season. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now as a quarterback, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Taco Charlton in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On the run, it's Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 18. That run good for 6 yards, but they're still looking up at a 3rd and 15. Again, it's Mixon. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, and he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Geno Atkins in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. After the sack on 1st down, Luck. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Gerald Everett, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And, man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this, after that.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
2-by-2. Move.
From the 41, Dalton looking deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. And the Bengals on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And Eifert has it. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Let's go.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Throwing, Dalton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Let's go. Bring it.
The give to Taylor. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mixon with it. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. There to stop him was Darius Leonard. And the Bengals on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
1st down, Indianapolis.
Set up. 60 Pittsburgh.
You remember me? Let's go.
Now a 1st down throw. Luck airing it out for Hamilton. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Back to the air, Luck on 2nd down. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
Okay, ready?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A shotgun snap for Luck. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. There he goes, left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready,
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
Yeah, and knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Hey, orbit.
On first down, Love. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. The 20, 10, touchdown Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Hot, lead. Regular. Let's go, baby. Turnover.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 24.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
On the ready.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have two, but using them would just be... Blitz coming, and down he goes. Geno Atkins able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. Second and 24.
No, check that.
Throwing now, Luck. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Geno Atkins, who else? He's in there for his fourth sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Bravo.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Here we go.
Shoot.
From the gun, here's Locke. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down. They snap it to Locke. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages.
Set, ready? 8, read. Watch the slant. Hey, zoom.
Here's Love. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's now second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10.
I know he ain't got it.
New Mike 52, Mike 52.
Hey, seam 6, seam 6.
52's the mic, boys. 52.
Luck throwing again. Got a man. That's complete to Hamilton. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. I got him.
Spike.
To the air again, Locke. Flush to his right. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Colts, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.